Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code, DTC P0705, relates specifically to the transmission range switch in the Honda CRV models from 2011 to 2016. This DTC indicates an issue with the multiple shift position input of the transmission range switch, which plays a critical role in communication between the transmission and the vehicle's powertrain control module, PCM. The transmission range switch sends signals that inform the PCM of the current gear transmission position, enabling proper vehicle operation. It's important to note that this code originates due to electrical circuit issues and not mechanical problems within the transmission system. The diagnostics for this code alert technicians to explore potential electrical malfunctions affecting the switch, rather than issues with the actual operation of the transmission itself. The transmission range switch is a vital component located near the transmission of the Honda CRV, responsible for detecting and signaling the vehicle's current gear position to the powertrain control module, PCM. This switch analyzes the gear shifts, including park, reverse, neutral, drive, and lower gears, ensuring that the engine operates efficiently according to the selected gear. When the driver shifts gears, the transmission range switch changes its state, sending signals that indicate which gear the vehicle is in. These signals are crucial because they enable the PCM to adapt ignition timing, fuel delivery, and transmission functions accordingly. When there's an issue, like the one indicated by DTC P0705, it suggests that these signals are not being correctly reported, which could disrupt normal vehicle operation. The causes of DTC P0705 are primarily related to problems within the electrical circuit linked to the transmission range switch. This could involve various components such as damaged wiring, corroded connectors, or a faulty switch itself. If the transmission range switch malfunctions, it won't send accurate signals to the PCM regarding the current transmission position. In addition, any issues with the connectors can prevent clear communication between the switch and the PCM, leading to the DTC being triggered. Furthermore, worn or frayed wiring harnesses may create intermittent connections that produce erratic signals. Addressing these components is essential for clearing the DTC and ensuring the proper operation of the vehicle's transmission system. Common symptoms associated with DTC P0705 can significantly affect vehicle performance. One of the primary signs is erratic or unanticipated transmission behavior, where shifts may feel rough or delayed. This irregular shifting can lead to an overall impaired driving experience, risking safety and performance efficiency. Additionally, the check engine light typically illuminates on the dashboard, alerting the driver to a malfunction in the vehicle systems. You might also experience issues in selecting gears. For instance, when attempting to shift to reverse or drive, the system may hesitate or respond unexpectedly. Ignoring these symptoms can lead to deeper complications within the transmission system, making timely diagnosis and repair critical. The first step in troubleshooting DTC P0705 involves turning the ignition switch to the on position, which activates the vehicle's electrical systems without starting the engine. This is crucial as it allows for live data assessment from the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. Once the ignition is on, the next task is to examine the signals from the AT, automatic transmission switches. This includes symbols such as ATP, ATR, ATN, ATD, AT2, and AT1, as well as the forward and reverse switch inputs. It is important to compare these inputs against the provided reference table to check if the signals correspond to the expected values for each shift lever position. Successful identification of the status of these signals can clarify whether the observed issue is intermittent or consistent, laying the groundwork for further troubleshooting. In the second troubleshooting step for DTC P0705, technicians need to conduct a careful evaluation of the transmission range switch signals again while in each shift lever position. The same process of comparing signals with the HDS continues, where technicians verify if the signals observed in each gear position align with the expected inputs stated in the reference table. Here, identifiers like ATP, ATR, ATN, ATD, and others need to be checked for their statuses, on or off. This comparison is vital because it indicates whether any abnormal signals are present. If multiple transmission range switch signals appear to be on across all gear shifts, it implies that the issue is possibly related to the internal circuit rather than the switch itself. If discrepancies are found, the technician will proceed to the next diagnostic step. Off. For the third troubleshooting step, the ignition must first be turned to the lock position to safely disconnect the 10P connector associated with the transmission range switch. After securing the ignition, the technician will proceed to disconnect this component from the vehicle's wiring harness. This is essential as it isolates the switch from the circuit, allowing for a more accurate diagnosis. Following the disconnection, the next action involves using a jumper wire to ground the terminal in the switch that incorrectly indicated an on state during step 2. This provides a controlled environment to analyze the signal outputs. After grounding, the technician will again observe the AT signals through the HDS, comparing the results to the previous expected values to note changes. This assessment will either affirm normal functioning or reveal persistent issues requiring further investigation. The fourth troubleshooting step focuses on checking the remaining signals after reconnecting the components. Start by turning the ignition switch to lock 0 to ensure all systems are powered down when working on the components. Disconnect the 10P connector again to gain access to the transmission range switch signals. The objective in this step is to check if any signals continue to register as on despite the controls being set through the HDS diagnostics. If any switch indicates as on, it suggests that the transmission range switch is operational. However, it implies that there may still be further underlying issues. Conversely, if no signals are detected as on, the technician will conclude that the transmission range switch itself must be replaced to resolve the DTC issue. In the final troubleshooting step for DTC P0705, the focus shifts to inspecting the wire circuits processed during earlier diagnostics. Here, the technician will check for continuity to ground in the circuits that showed an indicative on state during previous steps. This helps confirm whether faulty wiring may be inadvertently causing shorts that trigger incorrect signals to the PCM. If continuity to ground is confirmed, it indicates that a wiring short exists, requiring immediate repair to restore normal operation. Conversely, if the wiring checks out as clear, the technician will consider the possibility of needing a software update for the PCM. Keeping the PCM updated with the latest software versions can resolve unexplained errors, thereby rectifying ongoing issues. However, if this fails to fix the problem after an update, a PCM replacement might be necessary. After completing the troubleshooting and repair process, it is critical to verify that the issue has been adequately addressed. Reconnect all connectors and ensure all components are securely fastened back into place. Following reconnecting the parts, the next step is to clear the Diagnostic Trouble Code from the Powertrain Control Module, PCM, using the HDS. This action resets the system and allows for real-time diagnostic readouts without past errors interfering. It is then advisable to conduct a test drive, ensuring that the transmission operates smoothly across all gears without any DTCs reappearing. This troubleshooting final step is crucial as it validates whether the repairs successfully resolved the initial issues linked to DTC P0705 and confirms the vehicle has returned to proper functioning. Implementing preventive maintenance measures can significantly reduce the likelihood of encountering DTC P0705 in the future. Regular inspections of the transmission range switch and its associated wiring harness can help identify any potential wear or damage before they escalate into more severe issues. Technicians should keep an eye out for any signs of fraying or corrosion around connectors, which can lead to electrical failures over time. Moreover, it is crucial to ensure that the powertrain control module, PCM, software remains up to date, as manufacturers may release updates that enhance performance or resolve underlying bugs. This proactive maintenance approach acts as a safeguard, enhancing the vehicle's reliability and extending the lifespan of its components. In summary, addressing and resolving DTC P0705 involves a systematic approach, starting from identifying malfunctioning components to conducting thorough diagnostics using the Honda Diagnostic System. The primary focus should be on the transmission range switch and its related wiring and circuits. Understanding the function of each switch and the communication required between the switch and the PCM is essential for effective troubleshooting. Additionally, technicians are advised to implement regular maintenance inspections to preemptively catch issues before they lead to significant failures. Keeping the PCM updated with the latest software aids in correcting firmware-related anomalies. Following these steps will ensure a smoother driving experience while preventing unwanted transmission-related complications. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time!